Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, several things to discuss. We will go from Man United to the situation of Diogo Costa, but also more to say on Federico Chiesa, Xavi Simons, and more. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, here we are with all the latest. As usual, the market is always moving and the latest news before recording this video. Exclusive story from this morning, Edson Álvarez from West Ham United moving to Fenerbahçe, deal almost okay, final details being sorted, and then the Mexican midfielder can go to Fenerbahçe joining Jose Mourinho. Many movements around Europe, and today it's been a day full of news coming for Manchester United, Italian clubs, this mix of updates on these stories, from Jadon Sancho saying no to Roma to all the other stories. First of all, let me deny a story we had on the English press on André Onana, mentioning that André Onana maybe is going back to Inter, maybe a loan deal. This kind of stuff is not true. André Onana accepted the decision from Ruben Amorim on the opening game of the Premier League against Arsenal not to include him in the squad, just because Onana was returning from an injury. Of course, Onana is not injured, this is what Ruben Amorim said, but at the same time, Onana is still recovering the best form, so Onana accepted that decision, but Onana didn't call Inter to go back. Onana didn't make any kind of move to leave the club, and the last contact, as far as I'm aware, was with the Saudi clubs at the end of May, beginning of June, then nothing else happened. And so at the moment, still no movements on this one. Many reports on Joshua Zirkzee and Napoli, because Napoli are looking for a striker after the injury of Romelu Lukaku, who will be out for more than 3 months, but Joshua Zirkzee is not on the market. So Man United have been very clear on that. Napoli know, and all the other Italian clubs interested know that Joshua Zirkzee is not available on the market. Important player for Amorim, can play as number 9, as a backup for Šeško, but also as number 10, where Mbeumo and Cunha are now starters. So for Man United, he's an important player. And then Rasmus Højlund. Højlund is not an important player for Man United, in the sense that, in my opinion, he's a very important player, but at the same time, Manchester United want to raise money, want to find a solution for the Danish striker, not in the squad against Arsenal, 0 minutes against Fiorentina in the friendly game. So for Højlund, Milan interest remains, but also Napoli called in the last 24 hours for Rasmus Højlund after the injury of Romelu Lukaku. So let's see what's going to happen there, but for sure also Højlund is going to be one of the topics for Manchester United in the upcoming days. From Italy, also news coming about Ademola Lookman. A long negotiation between Lookman and Inter comes to an end, at least at the moment. No agreement. Inter-Atalanta. Inter had the bid rejected already at the end of July for 45 million euros. Atalanta said no, they wanted more than that to let Lookman go, and so at the moment, between Inter and Lookman, it's over. Then, still 2 weeks to go, so we will see, but at the moment it's over. And what does it mean? That for Lookman, who announced in public a few weeks ago that he wants to leave Atalanta, now there could be new ways on the market. Keep an eye on Premier League, because Premier League clubs are aware of this situation. The CEO of Atalanta, Percassi, was in England in the last 2 weeks to negotiate for Rodrigo Muniz. Yes, but Muniz at the moment is not leaving Fulham. But also for the situation of Ademola Lookman, to try find different clubs for Lookman, because they were not able to reach an agreement with Inter for the Nigerian striker. Let's see what's going to happen, guys, because Lookman could be an option for English clubs. At the moment, still nothing advanced, but for example, the agents of Lookman always gave priority to Inter, but now with Inter no longer being in the race, Premier League clubs could be attentive. So for example, let's see what happens at Arsenal. Arsenal are very happy with the squad they have right now up front. In terms of age, probably Lookman is not exactly the profile of player that Arsenal usually sign, but maybe if Trossard decides to leave in the final weeks, that could be an opportunity. So let's see what's going to happen. But Lookman could be an interesting name for these final weeks for Premier League clubs. Who is not going to do the opposite way is Federico Chiesa. Federico Chiesa, who scored an important goal for Liverpool. What happened with Chiesa? As I always told you, Federico was never in a bad relationship with Liverpool, with Arne Slot, with his teammates, with the fans. Chiesa loves Liverpool. He's very happy about the relationship he has with everyone at the club and with the fans who love him, absolutely love him. But Federico Chiesa, around June and July, had this feeling that he had to leave Liverpool if he wanted to go back into the Italian national team, try to reach the World Cup and more. So Chiesa was like, I don't want to leave, but I have to leave, because this is the only opportunity. Then Luis Diaz leaves. Darwin Núñez leaves. No more winger joining, with Liverpool focusing on Alexander Isak, so a striker, not a winger. And so Chiesa started working very hard, trying to find the focus again. Despite being not even in the squad for the pre-season tour, first game of the season, Premier League, he scores a crucial goal for Liverpool. So now I can confirm to you that Federico Chiesa wants to stay at Liverpool. His agent also informed Liverpool that the desire of the player is to stay. Is not to negotiate with Italian clubs anymore, but is to stay at Liverpool, compete and fight for his place. Then guys, there are still 2 weeks to go, so we will see, maybe some Italian club will try with a bid, but as of today I can guarantee to you that the decision of Federico Chiesa and the information from the agent of Chiesa to Liverpool is that the player wants to stay at the club, fight, give his best and try these months at Liverpool again. So good luck to Federico Chiesa, who is finally back in good shape. Then guys, I wanted to mention something also on another story, and is the one of Diogo Costa. Guys, at the moment I see many fans talking about that one, but as far as I'm aware, at the moment Porto are not selling Diogo Costa for 20 million euros, despite all the rumors we are having in the recent days, and the focus of Galatasaray as a main target remains Ederson, but a higher fee is needed to convince Manchester City on the deal. 10 million euros, exclusive news from a few days ago, is still not enough to make the deal happen. Then guys, just a quick update on 2 more situations. One is the one of Xavi Simons. Xavi is still patiently waiting for Chelsea. The Nkunku deal is still not unlocked between Bayern and Chelsea, because Bayern want a loan. They are trying to be creative with the structure of the deal. Loan with an option to buy could become an obligation, so they are trying to be creative with that one. Chelsea insists permanent transfer is the only way for Nkunku. So there is still a gap between the 2 clubs, but the negotiations are still ongoing and will continue from tomorrow. The last contact between the 2 clubs was on Sunday, and they will continue from tomorrow. So let's follow the situation in the next hours. Tomorrow, I mean Tuesday, obviously still Monday while I'm recording this video. And then Xavi Simons still patiently waiting. So this is the double story for Chelsea and Bayern. What I can tell you is that Xavi Simons really wanted this move to happen before, because Xavi Simons really can't wait to go to Chelsea. When you see Xavi mentioning ring ring, his celebration, we know that, but it's also a message to Chelsea. So Xavi is doing his very best. Then he's playing with Leipzig because Xavi doesn't want to break his relationship with Leipzig. He wants to finish in a respectful way. He doesn't want to go to war. Going to war with Red Bull Leipzig usually doesn't even work. So Xavi knows that. He's playing to respect the club, but at the same time, Xavi already told Leipzig, I want to go to Chelsea. So that remains the case, that remains the situation. Xavi Simons to Chelsea is a deal that can really happen, is very advanced, but still waiting for Christopher Nkunku to leave. Nicolas Jackson still expected to leave this summer, and so for Chelsea, focus on the outgoings, waiting on that in order to make new signings, Alejandro, Garnacho and Xavi Simons. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, from Onana to Zirkzee, Højlund, Lookman, where do you see him in Premier League, and then Diogo Costa, Chiesa, Xavi Simons, Nkunku, many things as every single day. Guys, I will see you here on the channel as always in the next days. Final 2 weeks, subscribe, like this video, comment, I'm reading you, see you soon.